I'm taking a strap. I'm strapped up.
What's happening? What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to 252, episode 252 of SZN Podcast. I'm your boy Kam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
And as always, guys, you know the deal by now. Before we kick off the episode, my usual housekeeping message of please make sure you head over to our Instagram page, which is SZN Podcast, or our Twitter page, which is SZN Pod. There's a link in the bio on both those pages there, and that will take you to where we're situated at streaming-wise. So wherever you fancy, audio, for example, you've got the usual suspects, Spotify, Apple Podcast links there. And then if you want the visuals, we've got the YouTube channel link there as well. Short form content, TikTok, all there for you guys. Make sure you do that for us, guys. Much appreciated on our end. Flowz, how are you keeping, my bro? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah, man, I'm good. Yeah, you know what we're here to do. There was a fight to talk about that we briefly touched upon last week's episode. But yeah, we're going to make it the focus of this week's episode. In the 140-pound division, Richardson Hitchins, affectionately, I don't know if it's affectionately known, but he's known over in America as Africa, versus George Kambosos Jr. Hitchins was defending his 140-pound belt. It's so funny as well because the only reason they call him Africa. It's too funny.
Yeah, I think I saw this. Yeah.
You know he's African,
he's
right?
African.
He's Haitian. It's because he's dark. Apparently, you know, in America, they have no filter. And apparently, he's coming to the gym, hitting the pads. He's a dark-skinned youth. And they just called him Africa because of that.
Yeah. And it's stuck.
But yeah.
And
it's stuck. I think it's a wavy nickname.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
The thing is, everyone refers to him as Africa. Everyone just calls him Africa. It's too funny. But yeah.
So it's been that way since like 14 or something.
Brother, for time. You just know him as Africa. It's hilarious. But yeah, shout out to Africa. Look, he was defending his belt against a personal favorite of Flowz and George Kambosos. Big favorite of him. Your boy, man, Flowz, what happened?
I don't know why you keep saying my boy. Look, I've been telling people about Kambosos for a long time.
You have.
He's good, but there's levels to good. And the level he catapulted himself to, I'll give him credit for that, is a level he couldn't hang at.
Yeah.
And he got there and it was way above his pay grades, but he made the most out of it. Did he make the most out of it? My goodness. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, we said last week, look, Hitchins has got this. You know, we don't see an upset happening because George Kambosos has upset the old once, and it's only happened once. It's never happened again. And I was very vocal, very confident that Hitchins was going to beat him. You was the same. As you said, Flowz, we say it every time when we talk about Kambosos. Very likable fellow. There's a lot to like about Kambosos, to be fair, and we will give him his flowers on this pod because there is a lot to like about him. And he's done so well for himself in changing his destiny of that win over T.O., that shock win, deserved win, to be honest. And he's good. We're not going to take away from the fact that he's not a scrub, he's not a bum. George Kambosos is a good fighter. But we've always been very adamant on this pod to say that he's not that. And you know what I mean when I say that.
Yeah.
He's not that. And unfortunately, all his peers around him are kind of that, if you know what I mean. And that's the bottom line of it. And there's no shame in it. Hitchins is another fighter that, to me, is that. And that's why I was so confident that Kambosos would be chopping the L. And yeah, as we saw on yesterday, he took that L and it was, to be honest, a beatdown. In my opinion, Hitchins won every single round. If I was being nice, I might give Kambosos one round. But really and truly, that's because Hitchins there was one round where Hitchins sort of took it off a little bit and just took the piss a little bit. But it was easy work for Hitchins. The build-up Flowz, the preamble, obviously, we both know what the preamble was going to be like. Kambosos is a great talker, confident, talks a great game, and listeners may not be as in tune to Hitchins as they would be compared to Kambosos, but Hitchins, me and New Yorker. You already know what all New York fighters are the same. We know that they talk all New, in fact not fighters. Everyone from New York, full stop, talks.
Yeah.
Chat smack. That's literally what they do all the time over there.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that made for, I would say, for quite an entertaining preamble, right?
Yeah, for sure. The press conference was hilarious. It was cracking me up. I've been waiting for that a long time. That press conference. I've been looking forward to it, and it delivered, man. Bill Haney in the cut as well. Added to it.
Added to it. The dads, the trainer, even Kambosos' dad was getting involved. Hitchins' trainer picking up a chair. It was comedy. It was hilarious. The 50K bet thingy was hilarious. Kambosos switched on him, and yeah, as you said, Bill Haney.
Well, he was saying he's got boys too. Bring your boys.
Yeah, he said, I got boys as well. We can both have a rock. Yeah, too funny. And then obviously Bill Haney, adding fuel to the fire in true Bill Haney fashion. That was also good as well. Rilling up Hitchins. It was a good preamble, to be honest, Flowz, and I enjoyed it. Like I said, I didn't really get a sense that there was true dislike from both fighters. I think they just knew what they were doing in hyping up the fight. And apparently Bill Haney's late addition really got some tickets moving towards the end, because I think I was reading the commentary and listening to what the promoters were saying and how they're saying towards the end, like closer to the fight, tickets really started moving. So I think that generated a lot of good interest. So yeah, good job, boys. But the fight itself, yeah, man, it went exactly the way I thought it was going to go, bro. Simply put it, as we said, Kambosos is a good fighter. He has some good attributes, but levels. And Hitchins, to me, I've said from the jump, from when I first saw Hitchins, it's a really good fighter here. Very high IQ, intelligent, slick fighter here who has a lot of tools in his arsenal, given his size, his length, his reach. His jab, bro. Kambosos couldn't get past the jab, first and foremost. And then from then, it was a recipe for disaster. Let's keep it a buck. Hitchins has a brilliant jab. It's long, it's varied, and it's very active. Very, very active and accurate as well. And he sets everything up behind the jab, as obviously, we like boxers on this pod that do that. And Kambosos, from round one, bro, was looking befuddled to me in how to get in. Given the fact that Kambosos is a lot smaller, has to get on the inside to get his work off. Bro, he couldn't get it. He couldn't get anything off, right?
Round one, it was damning. To be fair, it went as expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, the jab was peppering Kambosos at will.
After the first round, Flowz, there was a mouse under his eye. After the first two rounds, there's a mark under his eye. Let's speak.
Yeah. It's hard to say what game plan George Kambosos should have tried to employ, because I don't think any game plan would have worked.
Nothing.
What he needed was Hitchins to have a stink of a day. That's what he needed. And like I said last week, Africa looked focused. he looked focused this time around. So I don't think we're going to get the Lemos situation that we saw in the past.
Mm-hmm.
He looked locked in. So, and even if he weren't locked in, it's still hard for Kambosos to do the job. So yeah. I can sit and say that. He shouldn't have stood mid range and tried to go jab for jab with him, or try and use his hand speed. He should have applied that Mexican style pressure and get onto him and try and rough him up. But even that.
Flowz, if as I say, if we keep it a buck, he did try that. He switched tactics and it failed. The switching tactics actually is what got him knocked out, to be honest. I'll give credit to bro. I've got to give credit to Africa, because obviously Dilemma's performance was a bit of a red flag for us. Awful performance. He's had issues before, I think, with just not being disciplined, struggling with the weight and stuff. He's openly gone and said many times now that Eddie Hearn's changed his life, gave him renewed focus, and now he's obviously been very focused since then. He actually takes his camp seriously, nutrition, focus, all that. And you can clearly see it, bro. The Paro fight was an example. This fight is another example. Looked very razor focused. The one, I think, I wouldn't say worry, because I wasn't worried at any point in this fight. I knew he was going to win. But the one sort of black mark I had against him was that previously Africa is a bit of a slow starter. And even against Power, I was getting annoyed at how slow he started. So my interest, I was there thinking, will we see a slow start from Hitchins because he tends to warm up into his fights or not? But this fight, there was no slow start, Flowz. There wasn't no backing off whatever. He was happy to fire off that jab, center of the ring, and do his thing. And unfortunately, Kambosos was just an easy target for him. Easy target. So much so that obviously he's getting peppered with the jab and combinations. The corner are getting onto Kambosos. This is the corner that they're giving him the right thing is, Flowz. Kambosos' corner were giving him right advice, but unfortunately, their man can't execute. There's nothing he can do. Because one, he's not good enough to execute, and two, the guy he's fighting is a high IQ, more skilled fighter than him. Nothing he can do. So Kambosos did try and apply pressure Mexican style and try go on the inside and rough up Mr. Hitchins. And guess what that left open, Flowz? Counters to the body every single time. Every time Kambosos came in close range and tried to throw hands and tried to, Africa every single time, being a high IQ boxer, some fighters might not see it, or some fighters might not be able to execute because they're not skilled enough. Hitchins is a very, very skilled fighter. So if you're going to give him that opportunity to counter you to the body every single time you try and open up, he's going to take it, bro. And as we saw against Lomachenko, who broke down Kambosos to the body, if I'm not mistaken, it was to the body, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Kambosos is weak in that area. So I think the first knockdown was when it wasn't a knockdown initially, but
it was hurt.
He was hurt. Severely hurt. I can't remember which round it was, Flowz. I don't know if you help me out here. Five might be five. I was thinking five.
Yeah,
5 or 6.
Yeah, 5.
Let's say 5. Severely hurt, bro. He got caught with a peaceful body shot and instantly danger signs, backing off. He's put his hands there, grimacing. Africa's gone in for the kill now. Don't forget, Africa's not known for being a knockout artist. He's known for being a boxer. And don't forget, Africa's also another one of these fighters who they've slapped the boring tag on as a runner, a track star, very boring to watch. So he's been saying all week, I'm going to knock this guy out. I'm going to knock him out. So he's gone for the kill. And you know what? This is where I credit Kambosos, bro. Because I'm there thinking it's done. It's over. He looks so hurt. Kambosos is a flipping warrior, Flowz. I have to respect him. He's a G. This guy said, cool, I'm going to go out my shield. He started swinging for the heels. Say, come on, let's go. Like, you can see he was so hurt. But he put down his gum shield and he made a scrap out of it in that round and he survived the round. And I credit him for surviving that round because I thought he was done. When I saw how hurt he was, I thought he was done.
Yeah. Shout out to Kambosos. We know he's got heart in the ring for sure. He's got heart outside the ring. He's been doing that. And yeah, he looks in real serious pain. When someone grimaces like that, but he said, I ain't going. And he was throwing, trying to scrap, telling him, come on, in points. I was like, fair play. And he even went on to survive a few more rounds. So, look, you can't ever take that away from Kambosos. What he might lack in a high-level ability, he doesn't lack in heart. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure, bro. And I think after that, bro, Hitchins knew it was done. So I think that's when he started almost... You saw, bro, Hitchins started just walking through him, walking forward, not even defending too tough. Just, I think at that moment, he was like, I'm just going to try and get you out of here now. And he kind of, started taking the piss a little bit. And that's when I think the beatdown sort of started, escalating. And credit to Kambosos, he tried to be a live opponent in there. He was landing some shots, but I think at this point, Hitchins didn't really care, bro. He was like, okay, cool. I'm just going to sort of get rid of defense and just look to get my man out of there. And he was able to close the show in the 9th. I think it was the 9th.
8th.
Was it 8th? Okay, 8th.
Yeah, 8th.
8th round. Again, one thing, Hitchins didn't start spamming the body work. He probably could have, but again, he took his time. He was patient. He waited for those openings. And he knew those openings would come again. And Kambosos again tried to open up, counter body shot, being cracked. We see Kambosos finally go down on his back, sort of grimacing, rolling around in pain, basically.
Yeah.
And credit to him, he got up. I think he got to his feet on time, beat the count.
Yeah, beat the count. Yeah.
Beat the count, but referee had seen enough and closed the show, and that was it. I like the shot of, obviously, as he's gone down, Hitchins is walking back to his corner, and he's shouting at Kambosos' corner, saying, "Stop the fight! Stop the fight!"
You were saying it before then. You were saying it before then. In the middle of the ring, you were telling him to stop the fight. Save your boy. He was asking Kambosos, "Do you want more?" Yeah, he was feeling himself.
Hitchins was feeling himself like that. And look, home crowd, Madison Square Garden in his backyard. He's going to be feeling for himself, and he knew that this is the point. That's food to him. So, yeah, man, that's all she wrote on Kambosos. I think the referee was right to stop it. To be honest, it was a beatdown at that point. He was getting beat up. And a nice win and a nice name on your resume. First title defense for Africa. Drop bro, great performance. Expected performance, but still he went and closed the show in excellent fashion. So yeah, man. Obviously, before we get to Hitchins, for Kambosos, that's another. I think that's 4 losses now. Yeah, man. Is it time? Is it time for him to hang him up? Another one bites the dust, or?
I don't think so.
Really? Okay, interesting. Okay.
I think people have been harsh with Kambosos.
I asked that because I saw a lot of comments saying Kambosos call it a day. This, that. Yeah. What do you think?
I said to you that I'm seeing the same people who were saying Devin Haney should be careful of Kambosos. Now saying Kambosos is a fraud. he's finished. He's won it.
Yeah.
And that's you lot's fault for hyping him because he wasn't at the level. And it's clear to see. It's clear for you lot to see now. But he's only lost to great fighters, really.
Yeah.
The people who are his level are the ones he's just about beat. The Lee Selby's, that was a close decision he won. Maxie Hughes.
Yep.
Close fight.
He arguably lost, but yeah.
Yeah. But Maxie Hughes is a good fighter. Lee Selby's an okay fighter.
Yeah.
That's his level. He's in and around that level, maybe just above them.
Yeah.
So that's his level. And look, he could go back to that level, or he could do a few more cash grabs. Look, the Liam Parrow fight in Australia, for me, that's a big fight. He loses, but that's a big fight they could take to Australia.
Yeah, agreed.
He could draw his way into a Teofimo fight because if no one knows what Teofimo's on. Yeah, so they could draw his way back into a big fight there. So there's options for him to fight at the top level and lose, or there's options for him to do a few rounds and get a few wins under his belt. His downfall is that he's probably too brave for his own good. He stepped in there with killers and didn't duck.
Yeah. And you give respect. I mean, there's respect there to be had for him, Flowz. Amazing resume. And I will respect the fact that he was quick to say in his post-fight, I fought them all, blah, blah. They were amazing. One thing about Kambosos, he will give respect to his opponent.
Yeah.
But it's true, Flowz. He has fought them all. He never ducked. There's fights that we will say he shouldn't take, that he took, and he didn't have to give Devin Haney the opportunity. He did. So he, I have to respect him a hell of a lot, Flowz, in the fact that he never ducked. Even when he was quite clearly going to be overmatched, he still believed in himself, went for it, tried to be as competitive as he could. So yeah, a lot of these man Flowz, a lot of his peers, the guys he has fought, haven't fought the guys we want to see them fight. But Kambosos, one thing about him, he will fight those guys. He will go to whether it's their backyard in Sydney, who fill seats. He's somewhat of a draw. So I give respect to him on that regard for sure. And he definitely has fought them all. So yeah, tip my hat to him on that one. But it's just levels. That's it, bro.
Man.
Yeah, Flowz, you always say that he kicked it off a little bit in terms of
Yeah. We wouldn't have seen Undisputed if he didn't upset the uppercut with Teofimo. I promise you.
Absolutely.
Teofimo and Devin Haney, you see now, it's hell to make. They wouldn't have made that fight. They were meant to have made it. He jumped right in there after fighting Teofimo with Devin Haney back to back. Yeah. He could have taken an easy touch. A few easy touches. Take done the Wilder route. He could have gone the Wilder route and
Facts.
fight cherry picks and whatnot, but he didn't. He made the big fights happen.
Bro, straight after it, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, how do you go from Tio to Devin straight away? That's nuts.
Straight away.
Yeah. So fair play to him.
No delaying. Because
Yeah.
even to make the Teofimo fight, I know there was bad delays on that.
Yeah.
That was hell to make for him, and
Yeah.
he was mandatory.
Yeah.
So he just made things happen. He made things move, and with his the way he acts out the ring, the way he talks, the way he sells fights, that brought excitement to the division. He added himself as a character. He made people believe him. What he's talking, he made people believe him. So yeah, look, great addition. Deserves the bread he won and made. Brought big time boxing to Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look, I won't ever knock him for that.
Yeah. Cool. Whatever he decides to do, good luck to him anyways. Africa Flowz. Obviously, he's very established now at 140 pounds. I think people are now going to take him as in take him more seriously, obviously, for the performance, the win. Post-fight now, Flowz. I was waiting for it. I'd been waiting for it because I knew it was coming. Obviously, Teofimo was there. Bill Haney was in attendance. He was heckling Africa throughout the entire fight, apparently. I saw videos of that video of Bill like shouting at him and stuff. Teofimo was in attendance. And during Africa's post-fight interview, we're seeing Teofimo climb into the ring. And I'm just like, oh, okay, whatever, Teo. Obviously, we know when he first, in the Power fight, he called Teofimo out in that fight straight away, saying let's unify, blah, blah. But I've been very much aware and following the back and forth that Mr. Devin Haney has had with Africa for the last couple of weeks. And it's not their first back and forth, by the way, as you know. As I always say to people, all these men know each other very well. And they all beef. They've all beefed on social media or in real life Flowz. They've all kind of grew up together in the same crop. It's why we try and get all these guys to fight. Africa is part of that same generation, part of that same crop. They all know each other. And I've seen Devin Haney and Hitchins go back and forth many times before on social media. But again, leading up to this fight, they were going back and forth. I think you even mentioned that you hoped he was focused because he seemed too focused on Devin a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, with the win, I knew it was coming with Bill Haney there as well. You know, he said, yeah, you know, Teofimo's here. I called him out my last fight. But fuck Devin Haney. Fuck Devin Haney, nigga. Fuck Devin Haney. I want to fight you, nigga. Fuck Devin. Fuck Bill. I said, yo, Flowz, I was crying. Because I knew it was coming. He been itching to say it, bro. Been itching. So he called up Devin Haney, said F the Haneys, they're pussies. I want to fight you next. Yeah, man, I can't lie. It made my night. Made my night, bro. I was crying. I was crying. Too funny, man. I see Devin, obviously, I rushed to Devin's Twitter afterwards because we know Devin's active on Twitter. And, you know, he said, yeah, Devin basically said we can get it in at 147. So, yeah, Flowz, is that a fight you want to see next? Or would you rather Hitchins unifies with Teofimo? Because he said he'd be happy to get over Teofimo as well. They were hugging after the fight, blah, 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 but I don't know how.
That.
Yeah. Huh?
I didn't like that one bit.
Is that because of the Teofimo's recent behavior?
Yeah, like I think it was last week.
Yeah, I remember you said Blackball. Yeah, I remember you said Blackball.
Yeah, I don't know why they're letting him in the ring. I don't know why the camera's on him. Get him out of here, man.
I was surprised that he was getting in the ring. I said, why is he making it about him?
So why is he in the ring? And this is getting this guy out of here, man. Like, why are we condoning this dude? He's there, and you're hugging him, smiling with him.
Yeah,
he should be the butt of everyone's jokes. Anyway,
Facts.
Look, I ain't gonna say I want to see Hitchins beat Teofimo because once again, I have no interest in Teofimo's a waste of time right now. I'd rather him. Who else? Gary Russell.
140. Gary Russell. And
don't mind that.
Who's the last one?
Puello?
Is it Puello? Yeah, it's Puello. Yeah, it's Puello. It's Puello.
Yeah, look. Okay, let me be honest. Anyone fighting Teofimo, if it's made, that's a good fight. Yeah, him v. Devin Haney's a good fight. It's a good fight. But I don't want my time to be wasted. Devin Haney's at 147. I'm not sure if Africa wants to move up. So look, I'd rather him go somewhere. Actually, Russell's with PBC, or is he with Top Rank?
Facts. PBC.
Yeah, so that's what. Yeah, I don't know.
And
I don't really.
I'm pretty sure Puyo's top rankers. No, Puyo's PBC as well. No, is he
Yes,
factory?
Hitchins come out and said he's a free agent now, so maybe
Yes.
he can move and shake how he wants to now. Almost really. Um, I saw Oscar De La Hoya tweeting him, so I don't know if De La Hoya might have Puyo or someone. I don't know. Look, the world's his oyster. He can sit down with his team and decide where he wants to go. If he wants to go the money route, if he wants to go belts, it's all there for him, really.
Yeah.
Just avoid the time wasters.
Yeah. I do know Hearn did say he's reaching out to try and get him locked into a new deal.
Okay.
But I don't know what, obviously, yeah, if he does want to go the free agent route or not. He's kind of achieved very well with Hearn, obviously. Got a title, defended it in his own backyard. Look, there's no two ways about it, bro. Hitchins is going to move up to 147. I don't know if it's going to do it next, but at some point, like he's ready, bro. He's bigger at the weight already. Like, even at one, he's big. I think he might be bigger than Devin Haney, to be honest, Flo. So he's definitely going to move up. But whether or not he moves up now to chase Devin, I have no idea. But that is a fight I definitely want to see, for sure. I did favor initially. This is before, obviously, when he first won against Paro. I favored the Tiafimo fight. But obviously, with Tiafimo's antics, I have obviously since then, I have not got a Scooby Wagwan. I don't know what is good. I don't know. But the Devin Haney fight is something that intrigues me greatly. But again, I don't know how realistic it is to make, because I don't know if he'll move up straight away. Haney was saying that he looks tight at the weight. He should move up ASAP. But I don't know if he's obviously trying to goad him into a fight. But yeah, I would like to see that fight for sure. That would be a good fight for sure. But again, all these men fighting each other. It's the same story for me, Flowz. It's been the same story for years now. All these men, you all know each other. You grew up together. Scrap. That's it, man. It's still the same. It's still the same concept for me, bro. I have not changed.
Yeah.
And we still haven't seen enough of them, bro. Bro? From 135 pounds, we're saying these guys need to mix it up. Some of these guys are now at 140. Some are still 135. Some are at 147. And we still haven't seen the full-on, mixture that we should have been treated to as fans. So hopefully His Excellency, but again, we can see His Excellency got involved with Tiafimo and he somehow screwed that one up. So, boy, I have no idea who these man. But we shall see. But great win for him anyways. And yeah, I hope more people are more in tune to Richardson Hitchins now. He's definitely Flowz a top contender there, man. He really is. He's as skilled as some of the best of them, in my opinion. He's got the size. He showed a bit of a meanness against Kambosos. Yeah, man, I think he can go very, very far. I'll be so real.
Sure.
But yeah, good nights boxing. I can't remember who was on the undercard. I can't remember if I even checked it out.
Andy Cruz was on the other card.
Andy Cruz won. I saw he stopped his opponent. Actually, I did tune in for a little bit. There was an Australian heavyweight on there. I was in New Zealand, 6'6", Teramora or something like that. He had a nice knockout win. He's up and coming. I think he's one of Eddie's up and coming guys. He's undefeated. He looked pretty good. But yeah, Andy Cruz was. Oh, I saw Zaquin Moses. I think that's Shakur's cousin or whatever. He looked good in his win. But yeah, overall, decent card still. Cool, Flowz. Next week we've only got I think Alaya Fai's fighting against a guy called Rodriguez, I believe. I think that's for one of the interim titles. But yeah, apart from that, not too much going on, to be honest.
Brian Norman Jr. is fighting as well, obviously.
Oh yeah, he's fighting on Thursday. Yeah.
In Japan, yeah, something weird like
Japan.
that. I think,
yeah.
Potential boots opponent.
Jin Sasaki. He's defending his belt, his WO belt, against Jin Sasaki in Japan. I think that might be a mandatory thing. I think. But yeah, let me just check this Sasaki guys. 19 wins, 17 by KO, 1 loss. Okay, first. Yeah, that's a potential Boots opponent if Boots wants to unify against him. I know they'd offered him the Boots fight before, and apparently he turned it down because he wanted more money.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think he's gone on to say since then that once he defends, he will look to make the Boots fight as soon as possible. So we'll see how that goes for him. Baron Norman Jr. is a good fighter, bro, but not Boots' level. That's it really with that one. But yeah, Flowz, I think we can wrap it up there then for this week. Listeners, this has been episode 252 of the SZN Podcast. Once again, your boy Cam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
And as always, guys, you know where to find us on the streaming platforms. Peace.
I'm taking a strap. I'm strapped up.
What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.